2018. And I'm really happy to have you here in this show. And I'm here still in Bangkok, and here I can say Sawadee Krap from Bangkok. I hope you're doing good. You had a great start into your own trading and business day. And I'm really happy to have you here in this show again. And by the way, we Zoom this show on YouTube as well. So you'll find a button in the right corner. You can click on it. And if you want, I would appreciate it a lot if you give us a like, or if you want, leave a comment. If you want, then you say, okay, the show is cool, or you have any questions. So feel free. And of course, I'm really grateful that we can make this with Admirals every morning with my lovely moderator in the back, Nastia. Wonderful good morning too. And yeah, let's see what we can expect from this new trading day. And let me share my screen. So here we go, desktop 1. So it should be, oh my gosh, I have to, so just a moment. So this. So here we go. And now it should work. Here we go, guys. Fine. So let me fix my technique here. Okay. It should work. So let's do it. There we go. So now here we go. I have to fix my technique this morning, and now I can see your chat too. Exactly. So wonderful. Good morning to everybody here. And tomorrow in the evening we have in Thailand the Festival of Lights and Lanterns. You must see. Oh, thanks, Mike, for this great hint. I will ask my contact person here that I don't miss this one. Okay, so wonderful, guys. I can see your chat on YouTube and here on Zoom as well. And now we are on track to expect the upcoming events for today. So in the evening, in your evening, by the way, now it's my time, 2:30, but in German time, 2:30, we expect the weekly export resales. And a couple of hours later, 2 hours later, at 4:30, we expect the gas storage report. So, but nothing really important for us today as a swing trader. So we can be focused on other things. And today I want to invite you to join the Telegram session and channel from Admirals. So if you have a Telegram, maybe beside of your WhatsApp account, then you can follow the Admirals account here on Telegram too. So we have a lot of interesting things here in the stream and in this chat, and yeah, you never will miss any kind of very important session and information here. Okay, now let's go to our charts, and we will start with next 10 minutes as every day. So what do we see actually? To be honest, nothing, just trend continuation, still trend continuation. This is so cool. And how many trend arms do we have in the meantime? So let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trend arms again. And as you remember, this is not the first time that this happens, that we have so many trend arms in DAX 10 minutes. So, and this is how you can make money when you can handle your money management and you are not emotionally touched by trading. Then you can follow still the trend, and this is really, really cool stuff. So what we can do right now on the right side, to be honest, nothing, because the trend is literally too old and to jump into the market right now as a trader is not really sensible. So I would say stay on the sideline. Your chance was in the past, yeah, and already the correction was running its own trend here on the right side of the chart. You can see here, but here is also over. And by the way, this is interesting. There was a secondary trend here on the right side of the chart. If you do this, move, correction, and move, and correction, and then you see, oh my gosh, latest, an entry at the point 2 was exactly successful again, and basically we are on track to continue the main trend too. So very, very interesting. If you learn how to trend, how to draw the trend properly, then you have a big chance to make money very, very much. And for the first step and the most important thing, in a consistently way, it's not guessing, it's not kind of gambling, it's just following the rules. And this is what brings money into your pocket and your account, by the way. So then let's go to our charts in our focus charts. And by the way, I can see your questions. Mark, also good morning. And Marius, also wonderful good morning, Kurt, Tina, I love you to be here. Okay, so on the right side of the chart, by the way, in Dow Jones, we have a kind of weakness in the Dow Jones, but the trend is already over because your chance was here. So that was the first trend on. Here was the second trend on. And you see, by the way, there was the balance candle and there was a trend continuation, by the way, the third trend arm and now the fourth trend arm. So then afterwards, we see this kind of trend break here. Then afterwards, okay, we have this move and this correction, but actually there was no trend continuation, which means, okay, then we have to draw it in a new way, which means we have a new downtrend because we start here the last point 2 and we do this. And here we go. We are now in the second move, which means we can wait for a correction and then we can do this. So therefore, I have Dow Jones on my list for a short because it's the second trend arm. And by the way, if you see where we are, yeah, I guess we can go back to the point of control, and there is now a lot of space to go down because it's $34,573 by one future contract. So which means, okay, the next correction is ours, and we can delete this, by the way. So, and here we go, be careful with this, because now we see a little bit correction. And maybe after this period, we can set a pending order at the point 2 in case the price will break through the last point 2, and then we have another winner. Yeah, if the price is going much more up, then we can trail the entry closer and closer, or maybe we wait for a balance candle and then we can go short. So please put in your watch list if you want Dow Jones in 4-hourly chart. Then we have the DAX 40. And DAX 40 is still going up. Yeah, and you see this is an old trend, by the way. This is really, really an old trend. So I can draw it for you that you can see it again, how important it is to handle your money, that you're not emotionally touched by that what happens on the right side of the chart. So you see there was the entry, second trend on successfully, and then it's going on and on and on, and you see it's wonderful to see. And here we go again. So actually there's no trend continuation for the moment, so we are still in the correction, but we can count it. Yeah, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, it's 6 trend on right now. That's really awesome, guys. That's really, really awesome. So what we can do on the right side, now to be honest, we realize that we're very expensive now with the price because we're quite far away from the point of control. And by the way, we are coming more and more in the green zone, but price is going up and up and up. So there is nothing to do for the moment. Let's go to Euro USD. And in Euro USD, yeah, now we see a kind of correction. Yeah, but we made our money already with this move to the lower side. And now, to be honest, there is nothing to do because we realize there could be on the long term, maybe a very good entry chance when we have the rules, by the way. Rule number one, we need a valid trend, actually in the long direction. Then we should not miss the first entry, the second trend arm. And then, of course, we need a correction. Then we can make an entry 38% or at least latest at the point 2. And we need this kind of balance candle that we can see the price move or is in this kind of accumulation phase. So Euro USD, not today, and maybe not tomorrow. So I guess this could be, or Euro US dollar could be offer us a chance maybe next week. But you should keep in your mind. So then we have Bitcoin to US dollar. And yeah, this is my fault, you know, I missed the entry. But here you can see we have a kind of deeper, no, I guess it's the same here. So now we have kind of correction, actually. And for example, if you did not miss the entry in this second trend arm, so like me, because you know there I lost the money. So maybe you had a perfect entry at this balance candle here, then you are really quite in plus, in profit for the moment. So you should sold half of the position already, and now you can trail the stop loss maybe into the entry or at the entry. You never will lose money again with this trade, and expect that we go back to the point of control. And I'm quite sure that we will, but it's a kind of guarantee the point of control, you know, it's a kind of guarantee. So let me check it here. Okay, good. So then let's go to the gold price. And gold price is still going up. So the trend is also still valid, by the way. So, and I can show you how this works. So we start here, move, correction, move, correction, this move, and you see that the trend is still, really still valid. So here we go, and a big jump up. So and now we had the correction and another trend continuation and another correction. And now we are up to continue the trend maybe here. So also you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trend arms, by the way. If you learn not to intervene into your trades, if you learn not to judge the right side of the chart, if you can handle your money and you're not getting emotionally touched in trading, then you can do this in that way. Okay, if you can go to trade with your account size, by the way, and if 4-hourly chart is your time frame, you can handle it, which means rule number two means don't miss the first entry in the second trend arm. So finally, we have British Pound USD as focus charts. And oh, here we go. That's really cool stuff. So first of all, we realize we are in a green zone. So point of control is far away up. So here we go. And now we have a lovely trend. So check it out. That's the trend. So we have this move. We have this move. Go. Yeah. So by the way, that was another trend continuation here. So here we go. And now we are in a second trend arm. So the next correction is ours. Yeah, so put your watch list. So we have Euro USD for next week maybe, but British Pound USD could be today or maybe tomorrow. And the next correction is ours. Don't miss it. Yeah, okay, don't miss it. So before we come to our running trades and the proposals we have still on the watch list for today, I want to ask you the question of the day. You know, we always prepare a question of the day to have a little food for your thoughts. Estia, thank you very much. And the question today, before you push the button, think it through. Yeah. Does perception have an impact to your performance? Yes, it does. No, it does not. Or what means perception in trading at all? Yeah. So feel free, be honest to yourself, because then you will find a way to become successful. Always honesty is the most important thing in trading. Honesty to yourself, yeah? What you can do, what you don't understand, and then ask, or maybe take a mentor, whatever, and follow all the webinars here. Yesterday, we had a great webinar from Dr. Alexander Elder, really cool stuff. Maybe you can watch it. Nasty, I guess we have it on YouTube list. The webinar from yesterday from Dr. Alexander Elder, I guess we have it, yeah? I hope so, by the way. So take your time. Does perception, yeah? We will see this show from yesterday today. Thanks, Nestia. Does perception have an impact to your performance? Yeah, it does, or no, it does not, or what means perception in trading at all? Okay, so we have a couple of running trades, by the way. So, and we start with the first one is US dollar Swiss franc. So, you know, this is the trend. This is the trend we write. Here we go. There was the second trend arm with this correction. So therefore we decided to go in and we expect finally here the trend continuation. Actually, we are a little bit in loss, but who cares? The stop loss is there. And if the price is running into the stop loss, we have just probabilities, no more, no less. Yeah, so there is nothing to do for the moment. And it's almost for all running trades we have actually, yeah. And here we go. This is Canadian dollar Swiss franc. It's also this trend. So move, correction, then the big move, and here the second correction. Now we are expecting, and we have the probability on our side that we see the trend continuation finally. Just wait, the stop loss is below the last 0.3 with the question mark, because it took, normally, technically spoken, the stop loss should be placed below the last 0.3, which is valid and confirmed. But in daily chart, it makes no sense to put the stop loss where you calculate your money too far away, because if it gets stopped out, it's fine that the trend is still valid. We are looking for the next entry or a re-entry, because only two things can happen. Two things can or must happen. So a trend break at the 0.3 or a trend continuation at the 0.2. Only this, one of these two things must happen. So British pound, Canadian dollar rocketed yesterday and it's still strong. We will have a look on it. You can send us where we can find a list for all other webinars. This one for the Great Morning Show I have already. Thanks. Maybe Nastia, you can maybe share the link of the YouTube channel if you want, because Dennis was asking about this. Okay, so then we have Euro USD on my list. It's, by the way, it's also a short, if I'm right. Yes, it's a short. And this is the trend in short. Here we go. Move, correction, and here the big move. So, and here we were expecting a trend continuation to the lower side. So actually we are circling around the entry. Actually, if you are not in, yeah, you can speculate maybe if you want to enter a trade here and to speculate on a trend continuation on the lower side. Yeah? This is absolutely possible. Then we have Euro Canadian dollar. And I'm not sure if Yes, I sold already half the position, by the way, and I'm just waiting what happens at the entry right now, but I will make sure that I don't lose money because we saw already a trend continuation, which means the strategy was working. I sold half the position, but actually I can see there is no really strong move on the upper side, so there is no need to do something. Just maybe we can trail the stop a bit, so bar by bar. So in case we see a strong move, then finally we see maybe a pseudo gain, but no loss. And Euro USD is also still running. Yeah, and here we are in, by the way. And the trend opens here. And actually price is at the entry for the moment. And this is the trend, sorry. This is the trend. This move, correction, and this move. Here we go. And now we are speculating on this trend continuation here. That's really interesting. So Euro, New Zealand dollar also. So one was asking about British pound, Canadian dollar. Just check it out. British pound, Canadian rocked yesterday. It's what time frame? What British pound, Canadian dollar? Oh, okay. So, oh yes, I guess you talked about it in daily chart, yes. But in daily chart, there was no chance because that was not really a trend here. So, but maybe you talk about in 4-hourly chart, for example. Let's see. Okay. No. So, to be honest, not by the rules. Not by the rules. Because first move, 0.2, which means now we have a valid trend. Now we have a valid trend. Maybe the next correction could be ours. Yeah. So in case you got in yesterday here anywhere, it was not by the rules because actually there was not valid a trend. Yeah. I had news release. It had news release. Yeah, of course. Yeah, whatever you do, I don't care in that moment because if you work with rules, if you work with news or something like that, or kind of resistance, yeah, I told this very often. Whatever you do in trading, you should make a back test first. If you know, okay, whatever you do, this will work in the future again and again, because you need a probability which is working for you. So, and maybe you see any kind of resistance or maybe on use or something. That's just your private perception. And this is why the question today is very important. Does perception have an impact to your performance? Yes, it will have. I will tell you right now. And this is a great example, yeah, why so many people on a long run never become successful. Maybe you are happy because in this time it works. But what was the plan? What was the plan? What's the rules? Just the resistance? So can you prove it with numbers that you can work with resistances, that you have a high probability that the numbers are working for you? Or is this just your perception? Yeah. So if I ask the guy who is trading Canadian dollar, British pound Canadian dollar, for example, in daily chart or maybe in weekly chart, this guy will say, oh, I didn't see any kind of resistance there. So why should I make a trade there? Very, very dangerous, such kind of trading. So, but whatever, I teach what my teacher taught me during the years. And because I did in the past the same, resistances and releasing news and something like that. But at the end, don't make it sure and don't judge it or don't analyze the trading but one trade. If you can prove it with at least 100 trades under the same circumstances. For example, what I can see here, yeah. For example, resistance and releasing news. If you want to calculate a possibility or a probability which is working for you in the long run, then you need at least 100 times the same situation, a resistance and any news. Otherwise, it's just a coincidence. And on trading, you cannot become successful on the long run with coincidences. Of course not. If it were that easy, yeah, I know, Nastia, I know. Yeah, I know. If it were that easy, come on. And we would not have 80% of traders, they fail in trading. Yeah? It's just food for your thoughts. You should think about it. Be happy if it works in that way, but I can promise you, this is not the way you can become successful in the long run. Of course, it's not. So, I have to be on time today, just 3 minutes left, which means just new trading idea for today. Of course, it's just an advice. Yeah, Darshan, you can do whatever you want, but maybe I have one advantage in comparison to you, just a little bit more experienced like you. And maybe you can believe or not, it's just on you, absolutely just on you. So we have still, there was one question again of British pound, New Zealand dollar from Marie-Louise. And we'll do that at the end. Wow. Okay, there was already the chance. There was already the chance. So move, correction, move, correction, and bam. Here it works. Entry at the point 2, yeah, and now the strategy was already working. So partial profits may be there, trailing the stop, yeah, or trailing the stop at the last point 3 and speculating to reaching the point of control. This could be possible, yeah. But basically the strategy was already working in that way. So there are no new trading ideas for today. The daily chart trading ideas we talked about were still valid from yesterday. So watch the show from yesterday on the YouTube channel if you want. And then you can see what's on my list, still on my list. So just 2 minutes left. The question, does perception have an impact to your performance? To be honest, about this British pound from Darshan, thanks Darshan for this great thing we can talk about today, is it's your perception and it will have an impact. Yes, so the question is, the answer is yes, it does. And perception in trading means what you see with your eyes. That's your body sense. You can work in trading with a little bit to listening to news. And what you see in the chart, it's your perception, but it's completely individual. And this is what it means when you perceive something. And this is really dangerous because it's an individual thing and it's just up to you. So you should think about it. And if you cannot prove it with your on the order book, then it's just a dangerous thing. And if you cannot prove it with numbers, it's really, really dangerous. So I want to say thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Have courage and be kind. And as always, may the force of the rules be with you.